Welcome, welcome. Good to see you, ET. Welcome in, man. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays, whatever it is you celebrate. Welcome, welcome. Haven't streamed in a couple weeks, so I figured why the fuck not have ourselves a little Christmas repair stream, eh? Welcome in, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Welcome in. Lovely to see all of your beautiful faces, even though I cannot see any of your beautiful faces. Welcome in, everybody. We're going to have ourselves a nice little Christmas stream tonight. It's going to be real good. I apologize, I have not been around. It has been a very long couple of weeks. But we back, baby. I don't have a Christmas hat. I wanted to wear a Christmas hat. I looked around, and I don't have any. I don't have a single one. So, Michael, what's going on, brother? Welcome. Welcome in. Merry Christmas to you. Happy holidays. All the same. You know. We drinking this water. Salud. Hell yeah, mocking it up in here. Look at you guys hanging out on a Christmas day. That's what I like to see. That's some beautiful shit right there. Hell yeah. I do not have a Christmas hat, but I do have a Christmas cat in the background over there. She's about to use the restroom. Maybe I won't show that. We'll probably leave that off the stream. Just, yeah, some weird shit I'd get banned for, probably. Who knows? It's probably fine. Oh. All right. We're going to give a little less amount of time. I'm not expecting a whole crap ton of people for a Christmas stream. I'm sure everybody's got a million things going on. But I haven't streamed in like 2 weeks. And I actually have something worth streaming tonight. So I said, fuck it. Why not? We'll do a Christmas stream. We'll do an interesting PS5 repair that I'm not 100% sure what the problem is. So I also have not opened it. This is going to be fresh opening. The only testing I've done is trying to turn it on. So we're going to hang out. We're going to hang out. We're going to have a little fun, enjoy a little Christmas time together. That's what Christmas is about, right? Technicians coming together, spending a lonely Christmas evening, working, slaving over a PS5, because that's what the fuck we do. All right? And that's what we're going to do. It's going to be a great time. Welcome in, everybody. Lovely, lovely to see you. Feel free to hop in chat, say hi to everybody. We're all a bunch of lovely, merry fuckers. So probably give it like one more minute and we'll get started here. It's probably not going to be a long stream. It just depends on how in-depth this repair gets, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. A moment, if you will. Actually, no, never mind. I can just do this. Yeah, there we go. I'll just do that. That's fine. All right. Yeah, close enough. Whoever comes in, we'll hang out for a bit. Okay. So what we're working on today is a PS5, as I have mentioned. Let me get myself at least mildly organized here. Okay. So this PS5 is interesting and worth streaming because when I put the power cord in the back, power cord's in the back. So with the power cord in the back, I hear the crackle from the power supply, and this is a digital model. However, when I push the button, it has no beeping at all. So I know I have 12 volts because I can hear, well, I'm assuming I have 12 volts because I can hear the crackle in the back of the power supply. But no matter how much I press, no matter how long I press, I have no beep whatsoever, which is an unusual one. I fucking hope not, Michael. That is not the way. Look, I'll tell you guys a story while I'm getting this broken down here. So let me let's start getting it broken down, and we'll check. And I'll tell you guys a story while I do this. So Okay. So, as I break this down, I will tell the story. Well, the fan's not connected. This has been. Oh, that's right. He did mention that he took it to another shop. I forgot about that. Yeah, so this has been to another shop, and the shop couldn't figure it out. So they gave it back to him. But that's not the story. The story is that it has been an interesting time here at Roy's Repair and Resale. So, about probably 5 or 6 days ago, my water heater went out. And luckily, through the training that I've gotten through various YouTube repairs and electronics repair, I was able to fix the water heater by myself. So, that's a positive win, right? We take those wins. And very shortly thereafter, my fridge took a shit. And unfortunately, it was not the kind of shit that I could fix. So, I ended up calling my property manager. And luckily, he was able to, same day, deliver me a temporary replacement fridge so that we wouldn't lose all of our holiday food for Christmas and everything like that, which I was super thankful for. He handled that real quickly. Big shout outs to the property man. However, what he did not know, and what I did not know, is that the replacement fridge that he brought me is completely roach infested. So I had an accidental Roy's Roaches and Repair 2 days before Christmas. He was, of course, mortified. He had no idea that the fridge was roach infested. I sent him pictures and all that kind of shit. But when I say you live in Florida, there's going to be roaches. They're literally in the fucking fridges. Okay. Now, luckily, it wasn't in the fridge with all the food and everything. It's actually in the body of the fridge, like the outside casing. Trick, welcome. Merry Christmas, brother. No, you're not drunk. I just happen to have an interesting repair. So I'm doing I'm doing a repair stream on Christmas Day. Merry fucking Christmas to you guys. So, yeah, luckily I found it before it got too bad. My partner actually pointed it out to me. She sent me a text message with some of the pictures. And so that night, Tuesday, I pulled the fridge out, and sure enough, I found roaches all in the compressor area and the condenser coils and all the shit. So yeah, I moved the fridge outside that night and sprayed everything down with alcohol, all that fun stuff. So it has been a Roy's Roaches and Repair Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas, Chris. It's a beautiful fucking Christmas day indeed. I'm so glad you didn't, Trick. I'm so very glad you didn't. Wait, this is your first? You said your first one? Oh, I keep forgetting you live up north, so that makes sense. Yeah, you guys don't have a whole lot of problems with that. That makes sense. That screw's not even put all the way in together. What the? I don't remember what shop he told me he took it to, but it's a chain. I know it's one of those fucking chain shops. And that's missing a screw. I took that one out already, but I don't think I did. But yeah, I mean, the fan wasn't plugged in. That screw was missing. That screw wasn't put in all the way. This is a no power at all. But I do believe we have 12 volts on this one, so I think it's going to be a 12 volt short. Yeah. No roaches on this one. It's a Christmas fucking miracle. Okay. So let's just double check real quick before I go too far into this. Let's see if we have voltage. So we should have it on this connector. Hey, welcome in, brother. Welcome, welcome. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, whatever it is you celebrate. Okay, so you can tell an inexperienced shop has worked on this. Number one, the fan wasn't plugged in. Number two, it was missing this screw right here. And number three, you can see all the blue dots where they're supposed to put the screws. So that's not fantastic. Okay, so do we have 12 volts? How is free? Yep. So we got 12 volts on the fan connector. So we have 12 volts, but we got no power. No power whatsoever. Okay, so yeah, we're probably going to have a 12 volt short. Could be a 5 volt short somewhere, but I feel like I would still have at least a beep if it was a 5 volt short. But at least I know that I'm not crazy, and that this does indeed have 12 volts. So not going to be a power supply issue either. Get this top plate off here. And missing screws here and here. So even marking them, they're missing screws. So I don't know what shop you took it to, but I definitely would not be bringing my stuff there. Then again, to be fair, I don't have to bring my shit anywhere. Yes. All right, so I figure what we'll do is we'll take this plate off. We'll recheck voltages, see what voltages we're missing as far as 5 volt, 3.3. I'm pretty sure that we're going to have a 12 volt short somewhere. That would be my guess, because I do have 12 volts running to the fan connector. It could be a 5 volt short, or it could be a bad south bridge. There's a few things it could be, but I'm not going to know until I start looking. But I got to get this plate off in order to do that. If I was putting money on it, I'd say it's a 12 volt short somewhere. It could be a shot MOSFET. Could be shorted cap on the 12 volt line. It could be in any number of things. Oh yeah, PS5 is always my number one. It's the PS5 is a lot more popular down here in South Florida, and honestly, Xboxes don't fail very much. So, yeah, and if they do, it's usually something bad. You know, if it's not just an HDMI repair or something like that, then it's usually SSD related. And that's coming from a diehard PlayStation guy. And I will fully admit that the Xboxes just do not fail as much as. Okay, so this has had HDMI work done poorly. You guys can kind of see in the top here, whatever flux they used was not fantastic. So this has had previous work done. But an HDMI port should not cause a no power failure. Yeah, I mean the shop again, I'm not super impressed with the shop that worked on this previously. I did forget that the customer mentioned he took this to a shop, another shop before me. That's mistake number one. Of course, you always bring it to ROG Repairs and Resale first, and let me break it, and then someone else fix it. Kidding. But he did mention that this was taken to another shop, and I know it's one of those chain shops. He told me the name, and I don't remember because they're not worth remembering. But he did mention that he had brought it to a shop previously, and that they said that part of the board was getting voltage and another one wasn't, and it wasn't something that they could fix. And given the state of the board and the missing screws and everything like that, I really hope they didn't try to do anything to this board. Okay. Let's check some voltage rails while I've got it here. I don't know, honestly. My guess is that he probably had the HDMI job done there, and then when the power issue happened, he brought it back. Just my assumption based on my previous experience. All right, so just ground out real quick here. All right, so I know we got 12. 12 is good. Let's see. Do we have 5? 5 should be right here. Yep, we got 5. Do we have 3.3? We do. We got 3.3. Is this something as simple as the power ribbon cable is damaged? I didn't check that. I didn't try to jump it. Let me try and jump it real quick. Let me put the LED ribbon cable in real quick. Let's see if it's a power board issue. I didn't even think of that. Hang on. We could be jumping to conclusions. Oh, yeah, no, dude. Portals are the absolute worst. It's a fucking nightmare to work on. I mean, unless you're doing a joystick replacement, and even then you have to find OEM shit. I will never use another one of those fucking Chinese TMR bullshits on a fucking portal, dude. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. Okay, let's see if I remember how to do this. Okay, yeah, it doesn't look like jumping it's going to work. Okay. Also, am I wrong? Is there supposed to be 2 resistors there? Isn't there supposed to be 2? Yeah, there is supposed to be 2. He's missing a resistor. Interesting. Okay, well, there's a problem. I wonder if that's the only problem. Here, I'll show you guys what I'm looking at. Okay, so down here by the power button, yeah, he's missing a resistor. So there's supposed to be 2 resistors there, and one of them is missing. So this is a donor board that I have. And yeah, you'll see there's 2 resistors there. So at the minimum, he's missing a resistor. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins. Okay, 6 pins. All right, just want to make sure all the legs are there. Let's test those pins real quick. Hey, Reflex. Thank you, brother. Thank you, thank you. Welcome to Roy's Repair and Resale. Welcome, welcome. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Whatever it is you celebrate. Are these pins fucked? Oh, shit, Michael, even better. Much obliged, brother. Can't tell. I got some schmutz on the end of my fucking dental pick here. Let me jump in. Okay, so we are missing that resistor right here. So, I mean, we can at least start there. I still want to see the other side of the board, though, but at least I know that's one thing that was fucked up. Damn, now I actually need to go over this board, though, because if that's missing, who knows what the fuck else is missing on this board. Take a quick visual inspection. I'm just looking over it while you guys can't quite see. Okay. All right. Yeah, let's pop the board out real quick. I don't think it was lost. It was probably knocked off. It was my guess from the other shop. I'm sure that's at least part of the issue, but again, with the work that the other shop did on this, I'm not 100%. Oh, yeah, Ryan. Hey, good to see you, buddy. Yes, I remember. But with the shoddy workmanship from the other shop, then yeah, 100%. I need to take a look at the other side of this board. I need to know what I'm in for. I'm sure the resistor definitely is part of it. As far as it may not start up properly without that resistor, but I need to look at other things too. So let's have a look. See. Oh god, that fucking liquid metal is so dry. Okay, let's just move this down to the side for a minute. But however, I do want to show you the. I mean, look at that. Look at that liquid metal. It's so fucking dry. Yeah. Okay. Anyway. Okay. Let's do a quick little visual inspection around the board here. I do want to check some shit. But it could very well be just that missing resistor. Which would be hilarious if I started a stream for a fucking missing resistor. That would be a typical Roy's Repair and Resale stream. But that is the power of visual inspection, folks. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, even though it has no bearing on this, I already know, I do want to look at that HDMI port that was done. Oof. Well, I mean, the port itself actually looks okay. I mean, the cap's missing, but that's not a problem. The port itself actually looks pretty well done, minus the every other thing around it. Let's check a couple of those legs real quick. Yeah. No, the port looks pretty good. That's a solid job. Yeah, that's not bad. I wouldn't have left the board in this state, but that does look like some quality workmanship as far as the port goes. Can't fault them on that one. Oh yeah. I'm assuming this was probably somebody with less than adequate equipment. Speaking of which, I actually need to replace the heating element in my hot air gun. Mine is starting to go on the fritz here. Okay. Hey, Bit, welcome in, my friend. Okay. I just want to check. Yeah, no, it's not heating the way it should. I probably need to replace it. Now, to be fair, I did buy this off of fucking AliExpress, so it could have just everything that says Atten and be a completely different fucking machine. But it's done well for me so far. I just want to check and see if we have a short on the 12-volt line. I'm now leaning towards we may not, and that resistor is probably the problem, but yeah. No short. Those diode readings look a bit weird, though. Let me go to ohms mode. Those diode readings do look a bit weird. Oh, because I'm doing it backwards. That's smart of me. Interesting. Okay, so we do have a short. Okay, so we do have a short. I was doing it backwards. So I had the black on ground, red on probe, which is why it was giving me weird readings. But when I do it properly, we are indeed shorted on the 12-volt line. Okay. And these caps right here are shorted. Oh, yeah, you guys can't see a goddamn thing, can you? Sorry. My bad. All right, so we are indeed looking at the 12-volt line. So we've got a short on the 12-volt right here. TK, welcome. And then on these caps, we've also got a 12-volt short. All these caps are short. This inductor here, you guys can't see. Okay, so we've got a short on the 12-volt line for sure. So let's do a little voltage injection. Yeah, I'm hoping it is. We'll do some voltage injection. And we'll see what we can find. So we already have to replace that resistor. Okay. Okay, there we go. We got our thermal camera here. And just make sure I'm not about to put 12 volts into this. Okay. All right. So we're going to go with 1 volt. I believe it's set to 1 volt, 1 amp. Yep, it is. Okay. So 1 volt, 1 amp. And let's see what we find. We've got no current draw. No current draw at all. Unless my machine's on the fritz, which is entirely possible. No. No current draw whatsoever. Well, that's going to be ground. Yeah, if I put it there, it's grounded out. Interesting. Yeah, ground's connected. I think it's. Hang on. Yeah, because I'm getting a amp draw on when I put it to the ground side of the capacitor. So is my multimeter wrong? I think my multimeter might be wrong. That right there is just a reflection. Yeah. No, this isn't. It's not drawing in anything. It's not taking any heat at all. There's no amp draw whatsoever. Interesting. Okay. Huh. Very weird. So there's something strange going on. That's really weird. Because if it's short, it definitely should be drawing current. Let's go back to the multimeter real quick. So if I go back to ohms mode, let's check this fuse right here. Yeah, fuse is good. So let me back up a little bit here so you guys can kind of see where my confusion's coming from. This is very unusual. Yeah, but it's yeah. So here, let me pop it back on. So diode mode on this side, yeah, full zeros. And then if I pop it over here, I got 0.45 voltage drop, which is normal. I got nothing here on these 4 caps up here. And just to be sure, that's both ground. Yeah, I can always up the voltage, but I mean, it's not like it was not doing anything. Yeah, it's not like there was like a 0.02 amps of current draw or something like that. It was literally zero. But let's give it a shot. Let me bump it up to like 3. I mean, it's a 12-volt line, so it can take 12 volts, but I'll bump it up to like 3 volts, 2 amps, and see if there's any change. 1.5. Sure, we'll do 1.5. Oh, the bots are out even on Christmas. You gotta love it. So I'll do 1.5 volts at 2 amps. Just to make sure it's connected to ground, we'll do it there. Yeah, so I mean, I'm on the cap. There's no change. It's not even like it's trying to draw an amp. It's just not drawing anything. Yeah, it's showing like it's not short because there's no draw whatsoever. So just to be clear, if I put it on the ground side of this capacitor right here, immediately my power supply changes. No, it's not a loose probe, because if I put it on the ground side, immediately this is drawing 2 amps. But if I put it on the input side, there's just nothing. Like, it's not short. So now I'm wondering if this is even short, or if my meter is giving me bad signals. Let me try my other meter real quick. Sorry, hang on 1 second. I don't trust this new meter. I think I made a horrible purchase. Let me grab my old one, even though it doesn't really fucking work. Let me see if I can get diode mode to work at least. Nope. It's just completely shot. Okay. Let's test the boot sequence. If I try to give it 12 volts, let's see what happens. If I try to just directly input 12 volts into it, what will happen? Let's flip this around a little bit. Okay. All right. So let's hook up our 12 volt. Okay. So if I hook up 12 volts, that looked like a normal boot sequence. That looked like a totally normal boot sequence. Here, let me show you guys real quick. So, forgive the mess. I'm in the middle of reorganizing, but so everyone, I'll give you guys 3 seconds to look at the screen before I run the boot sequence. But it looked like a normal boot. So here we go. God damn it, really? Hang on. My fucking camera froze. Sorry, just a second. No, the camera froze. Camera froze. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 1. Yeah. See, it goes up to 300 milliamps, and drops back down. That looks like a normal boot sequence. So the 12 volts definitely is not short, because if the 12 volts was short, I would not be getting that amp draw. So my meter is wrong, which means I need a new fucking meter. But that looked normal. And I've got my 12 volts, I've got 5, I've got 3.3. Maybe it is just that resistor. Maybe I'm chasing rabbit holes. Well, no, because it's missing that resistor, remember? I do have. Do I have another front board? Damn, I don't know if I have another one actually. I might. I might have one. Yeah, it could just be the resistor. That'd be fucking hilarious if it was. All right, let me seal the resistor off this other board. All right, because that plastic connector's right there. Even though it's a donor board, I don't want to melt anything, so I come in from underneath and just pop that resistor off. All right. This would legitimately be hilarious if it was just this resistor. It'd be the first time. This would be a first for me, and I'm glad it was streamed. Go. All right. Hey, where you going, friend? There we go. All right, I'm gonna reflow that real quick. Just get it back in place now that I got a little extra solder on there. doesn't want to go back in place. So you're going to go. There we go. Okay. Let that cool down for just a second here. Well, now I know I need a new multimeter because that one is complete garbage. Okay, so resistor's there now. We're still going to let it cool down just a minute. And unlike the last shop, we are not going to leave behind a mess. So we're just going to let this cool down for a second real quick. And then I'm going to put it back in the chassis. And see what I can do. All right. Should be good enough. All right. So now we got everything back in place. I am going to put the APU clamp back on just in case it does turn on. The APU clamp is also broken. Oh boy. One thing after another. I'll have to check to see if I have a replacement for that. All right. Power cord. Still got crackle. All right. How lucky did we get? Is it just a resistor? 3, 2, 1. It is not just a resistor. Can I now jump the resistor? Is a different question. Interesting. Okay. Well, this is interesting indeed. Okay. Let's check the voltage on that resistor. So 3.3. Okay. So yeah, it does draw voltage. This one's only 2.9, which is not 3.3. Okay, so it is attempting to draw. Very, very strange. So the power board is working because it's attempting to draw the voltage to turn it on. And I'm assuming we still have 12 volts, yes? Yeah, you got 12 volts here. You got 12 volts here. And here. You got 5 volts going into the SSD controller power rail. We got 3.3 down here. Yeah, I've got all my voltage rails. I've got all my rails. I don't think it'll cause no power. I think it'll overheat immediately once it starts up. I don't think a bad ribbon cable can cause no power. Oh, the ribbon cable is shot, though. You know what? Let's take it out. Hang on. I mean, now I have no idea to know if it's coming on or not. The ribbon cable is bad. It's got damage to it. Ace, what good is the thermal camera going to do if I have no power? Merry Christmas, Russ. Well, it would beep unless he has it on silent mode. Is back, baby. Yeah, it doesn't. It just doesn't make any goddamn sense, boy. I tell you, it doesn't make any goddamn sense. And unfortunately, I don't have a fucking. My multimeter is absolute fucking garbage for diode and resistance. Or diode and fucking, what's it called? Continuity mode. I suppose I can keep looking around. I mean, maybe. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any discoloration around the MOSFETs, but I still think any shorts under the south bridge. Yeah, again, it's hard to tell because because my multimeter is a piece of shit. But I do want to take it out. I'll test around the south bridge power rail. Son of a bitch. I fucking knew it. Something was telling me. Hang on. Am I on? It's fucking working. I fucking knew it. Okay, let me see if I can recreate the issue. Hang on. I'm pretty sure I know what fixed it. Oh, it's doing its reboot cycle. I think I know what fucked it up, and it's a combination of two things, along with, of course, that missing resistor. I'm gonna show you guys. Hang on, but yeah, it's turning on. Hang on, I'm gonna show you guys. Something told me. Sorry, I gotta wait. So it's going through the startup sequence right now. Fuck, do I have another LED ribbon cable? I hope I do. I'm gonna need it. Okay. So I just finished the power cycle here. Give me a second. I got to shut it down. And then I'm going to see if what I think is the actual problem is the actual problem. No, I had it plugged in, fucker. Something told me to fucking check that shit. Okay. So I'm shutting it down. Okay. So, one of two things happen. First, let's put you back on my face here. Okay. So, one of two things happen here. Either A, it was in fact the ribbon cable, the LED ribbon cable, and when I took out the power cord, it discharged enough of it to where it actually turned on and fixed whatever short it was causing with that LED ribbon cable. Certainly possible. However, the second thing that I did, and I should have tried to test it beforehand. See, Hot Cows understands. But the other thing that I did was I removed this cable right here. You'll see it's hanging out. And something about the way this cable felt was telling me, try it, take it out and try it. And sure as shit, it turned on after I put power in and took this out. So here's what we're going to attempt. To recreate the issue, I'm going to put this cord back in. I'm going to take the power cord out. I'm going to plug this cord back in. We're going to give it a second, let it discharge all its shit. But it's one of those two cables. It's either the LED ribbon cable, which, who did that? Chris. Chris, if it's the LED ribbon cable, I owe you a steak. Remind me at some point. I'll have it mailed to you from Omaha or something. Okay. Give this a second to power. No, I think it was the LED ribbon cable because it's turning back on. So I don't think it was this. I think it was that ribbon cable. So let's check it out. So looks good, ruh-roh. Oh, really? $4.50 each is wild. I'm paying more than that through fucking AliExpress. But looky there. So when the other shop put this back together, they had it like this. And they screwed that son of a bitch in and damaged that ribbon cable, which was causing it not to turn on. Chris, I owe you, my brother. Oh, well, damn. That sucks. Hey, if it's still active, send me the Discord. Send me the link in Discord. Okay. All right, so we've gotten down to it. Oh, you son of a bitch, Trick. Couldn't even share with the group? It's fucked up, man. Do I have a replacement ribbon cable? That is the question. I think I might. Let me go look real quick. Hang on. Let's go take a look. Well, don't have it in my parts case. But I do have it here. Oh. Okay, so let's just get this swapped out real quick. All right. Let's take out all these cords. Okay. All right. All right, so this one's a little bit longer than the previous one, so we'll have to get it centered. Okay. Okay, so with the new ribbon cable installed, fucking voila. Ooh, Chris coming through in the big clutch. Oh shit, Chris, what's going on, buddy? Another Chris. Chris X610 dropping the mad knowledge in here. Making me check shit I didn't even think to check. Yeah. Hell yeah. That's some beautiful shit right there. Absolutely beautiful. Now, let this be a lesson to anybody, any of my past customers, future customers, anybody that is looking into repair work. Make sure you vet the people that you take your fucking consoles to. I have never had this happen. In the entirety of my career, never have I lost a resistor out on the start button, and never have I damaged a LED ribbon cable. Never happened. Vet the people you take your shit to. Hey, jinx whatever. And you know why it doesn't happen to me? Because I just had to reset. I just had to reset the outer casing shell, and I double checked my work. Hey, look, that's in the wrong spot. Simple as that. Would have solved the problem. All right. So what have we learned this Christmas night? We have learned, number one, visual inspection is very important. If I had looked over everything, I would have found the LED ribbon cable. But because I was so focused on a 12-volt short, I had preconceived notions of what the problem was going to be. And I didn't look for anything obvious other than that missing LED, the power button resistor, of course. So number one, the power of visual inspection. Number two, that I need a new multimeter because that multimeter is complete garbaggio. So we're going to get a new multimeter tomorrow. Number three, and more importantly than visual inspection, is the importance of community. And I feel like that's what Christmas is all about anyway, right? Having community, having a group of people that you can spend time with, that come out and care and support and share knowledge so we can all be one big happy family. So, desktop multimeter. I will check out desktop multimeter. Thank you. But I think the most important thing, other than vetting the shop and doing visual inspection, is the community. Without the community, I would have never had the wherewithal for Chris to say, hey man, check the fucking LED ribbon cable. And sure as shit, that's where it was. Russ, don't you fuck with me like that. Yeah, no, exactly right, man. That's what makes this community so fucking awesome. It's just a group of dudes hanging out, helping each other, getting this fucking shit done. That's the good shit right there. So, Merry Christmas to all of you. Happy holidays, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, whatever the fuck it is you celebrate. We're all human. We all fucking celebrate something. Tonight, I'm celebrating each and every one of you fuckers because you came here on a Christmas night and hung out with this poor long-haired son of a bitch and helped me fix a PS5. And for that, I'm super fucking grateful. So, go enjoy your Christmas night. I'm gonna probably go to bed and wake up and do housework tomorrow. But, oh, hang on, Trick, I gotta screenshot that real quick. Got it. Okay, hell yeah. Excellent, that's the one I'm looking for. Perfect. All right, I love you guys very much. Merry Christmas, happy holidays. I may be back on Saturday. You might get a 2-stream week out of me. We'll find out. It depends on if what I expect is coming is going to be coming. But